Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. If she's elected, Kamala Harris says that she'll spend hundreds of millions of dollars on the wall along the southern border. Now, a lot of you are going to say she's flip-flopping on the border wall. That's just not true. She never said that we don't need a wall.
You don't need to build a wall. This is a crisis of his own making.
Circumstances change, though. She was okay with the border wall if the circumstances have changed.
Let me be very clear. I'm not going to vote for a wall under any circumstances, and I do support border security, and if we want to talk about that, let's do that.
Okay, so she flip-flopped on the border wall. Last week at the Democratic National Convention, she said that she would sign the bipartisan border security bill that funds Trump's border wall. It's almost like the Democrats' strategy is to gaslight us. No, we've always been pro-wall. You must be thinking of the other Kamala. Trump's also had proposals on taxes on tips and child tax credits, and Kamala's copied those too. It sure seems like Kamala secretly loves Trump's ideas. She just needs a little bit of time to claim them as her own. In other news, Kamala Harris has just launched a new line of gold high-top sneakers. Mark Zuckerberg recently admitted that the Biden-Harris administration pressured Facebook into censoring COVID-19 content, which included content featuring humor and satire. It's like Biden's team thought that they could stop a virus by killing everyone's sense of humor. Well, when your administration's a joke, I guess the last thing you want is competition. In a letter to the House Judiciary Committee, Zuckerberg wrote this: "I believe the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken about it. I also think we made some choices that, with the benefit of hindsight and new information, we wouldn't make today." I think what Zuckerberg is trying to say is that my videos on Facebook should have been getting way more views than they were. Additionally, Zuckerberg said that suppressing the New York Post report on the Hunter Biden laptop was a mistake. He explained that before the decision was made to suppress the story, the FBI warned Meta about a possible Russian disinformation operation related to the Biden family. Funny how possible Russian disinformation always seems to mean inconvenient truth about the Bidens. Zuckerberg confirmed that they've since learned that the report was not disinformation and that they never should have demoted the story. Meta demoted the Hunter Biden story on a warning from the FBI. Must be nice to have a government agency acting like your campaign's PR firm. So the Biden-Harris administration had no problem violating your First Amendment rights to stay in power. I'm sure they're not going to do it again, even though it worked like a charm last time. Honestly, at this point, the only thing more abused than our constitutional rights is Joe Biden's teleprompter. Tulsi Gabbard officially endorsed former President Donald Trump at a National Guard conference in Detroit.
This is one of the main reasons why I'm committed to doing all that I can to send President Trump back to the White House where he can once again serve us as our commander-in-chief.
You know it's bad for Kamala when Democrats would rather endorse Trump than try to pretend she's doing a good job. Back in 2019, when Harris first ran for president, Gabbard debated Harris and almost single-handedly destroyed her first campaign. A zinger from Gabbard is credited for causing Harris to drop out of the race. Tulsi destroyed her campaign so thoroughly in 2019 that Harris checks under her bed every night to make sure Tulsi's not there. Are you ready for a bizarre video brought to you by the DNC and Stephen Colbert? Hillary Clinton, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Nancy Pelosi, Laura Benanti, Pete Buttigieg, and AOC came together to create what I can only describe as a cringeworthy video. This video was apparently meant to promote their upcoming appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, but instead it went viral for being cringe and bizarre. Hillary's moves are so stiff, I think she accidentally enabled two-factor authentication on her body. Is it just me, or does it look like Nancy Pelosi is cringing at herself in this video? She definitely is. Either that or she's just terrified that her pad is going to fall out. I mean, her notes are going to fall out. And Pete Buttigieg? He looks like he's trying to parallel park his own body. You know it's bad when you watch something and instantly regret having eyes. Yeah, I'll take darkness and permanent blindness for $500, Alex. Robin DiAngelo, the author of the book White Fragility, has been accused of plagiarizing minority scholars. You might remember this lovely lady. She's made a fortune telling white people about their inherent bigotry. People pay up to $40,000 per person to attend seminars to be told how terrible they are. It's like going to a really expensive wellness retreat where instead of finding yourself, you get to discover just how much everyone secretly hates you. D'Angelo is now under scrutiny after a complaint was filed with the University of Washington, which outlined 20 examples of alleged plagiarism of 2 minority scholars. D'Angelo's Guide to Anti-Racism: Step 1, acknowledge minority voices. Step 2, pretend they're yours. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.